this is just going to be a quick rundown of some movies I've seen recently. I went to the movie store, as it were, the movie rental place, and I bought some movies. I got a movie called Just Add Water. I have yet to watch it. It has Justin Long, there's a few people in it. One of the main characters from Nip Tuck, Danny DeVito. I also bought Funny People, although I did not get anywhere near the special features I wanted. I read the back and I saw what it had, but I kind of just felt like that was just a small rundown. And then when I listened to the commentary for the movie, they said that they were going to have all these special features on it, and they didn't. So I'm going to maybe take that back and get the deluxe or whatever it is, if I can find it. They didn't have it there, though, because I would have bought that. I also got Funny Games, which I will be reviewing in this edition, and I got The Foot Fist Way, because I've seen that before, but for $4, I'm not gonna not buy The Foot Fist Way. And The Bucket List I also bought. I think I spent like $30 on those. Is it 5 or 6? I think I got 5. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a good deal, but I got some new movies at least. I've been waiting for a long. I haven't bought anything new in a while. I'll review Funny Games for you. This is a film. I'm pretty sure it's a remake of a French film, although I could be wrong. Stars Naomi Watts, Tim Roth, and what's his name? Michael. He was in the. I like doing this while I'm watching. Michael Pitt. It was made in 2007. That is not right. Oh well, because I think it just came out like this week or something like that. Naomi Watts, Tim Roth, Michael Pitt, and Brady Corbett. Yeah, and Devin Gearhart is also in this movie. This movie is directed by Michael Haneke, who is of, let's see what else he's done, because I couldn't tell you. Yeah, foreign films. Yeah. Okay. This movie it's your basic abduction film. Naomi Watts and Tim Roth and their son live on a somewhat secluded island house. They're rich. I guess it's like their beach home or whatever you want to call it. And Michael Pitt and Brady Corbett, they come to their house and they fuck with them, and not in the normal fuck with them kind of way. They go through this whole rigmarole of I want some eggs, and then they just drop the eggs, and then they do all this stuff. It's pretty I'd say it's pretty intensive as far as like what they go through to have all this happen. I really, really think that Michael Pitt is an amazing actor. I think that he really pulls this movie together. He has a couple asides, like they kind of do a kind of a Woody Allen type thing where he'll be talking to the people, and then he'll say something kind of. It could go either way, and then he looks right at the camera and he says, "You wouldn't like that, would you?" I thought that was interesting. I don't know exactly. I mean, it doesn't really go anywhere, which is kind of one of my problems with the movie. It's like that doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. Why do it? It's not really. It doesn't really help anything. And then there's also a part where he something happens and he grabs the remote control and he rewinds like the actual movie, like what happens. Whatever. I'm not going to even touch that, but I do think that this movie is worth watching. It was very unsettling. There's a lot of long scenes with people struggling, and I do think it's worth watching for those of you who are fans of the suspense entrapment genre. The other movie I just saw right now, Sin Nombre. It's pretty critically acclaimed, directed by Cary Fukunaga. He also wrote the film. A lot of people I've never heard of as actors. The plot is a Honduran teenager reunites with her father, and she wants to go to the U.S. And then there's a gangster, a kid that's part of a gang, but he kind of wants to. He's not really in it all the way, um, and he meets up with this other kid who he. The one kid's young, and then he meets up with this older kid who has a girlfriend. He's in the gang, but he's not really that serious about it. Uh, and then obviously these people all interact at some point, and it's all about them trying to get to the United States, or at least the woman. Um, this is a fantastic movie. It's not it didn't really blow me away like I was thinking it was going to compared to what people were talking about it. I think that it kind of goes where you think it would go, although it does say a lot about the trafficking or the illegal immigration thing. It does have a lot to say, so I really appreciated that part of the movie. I think the acting by I'm trying to figure out her name here. You always got you gotta love IMDb when they don't have the main characters just listed right at the front. So I'm gonna have to just find them. She had a very rememberable name. Syra, yeah, Paulina Gaitan. Fantastic actress. I really think that she pulled this whole thing together. Um, she did a really good job, and I think the main character also did a good job. Uh, his name was Casper. Edgar Flores. Um, he also did a very good job here. I think that this movie is. I wouldn't necessarily place it at the top of the year, but I do think that it is in the upper echelon of movies this year. I think it's very enjoyable. The subtitles didn't bother me like they sometimes do, although I'm not one of those people that just hate subtitles. I just don't. I mean, it has to be a good movie for me to want to watch the subtitles. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go out of my way to see a movie that doesn't look very interesting that has subtitles. Call me what you will, I guess. I think that this, it has similar elements to City of God, I would say, and it's definitely not that as powerful as City of God, and it doesn't really tell as broad or as unique of a story, but I do think it's a good movie. So I was suggesting that as well. And I also say I saw Paper Heart, although I'm not going to be able to review it here. I only have 7 minutes, or 7:30 left, or 2:30 left, I guess. Paper Heart was fun. I think that there's a lot of people mention this. It's like two different movies. One a story about love, and one a story about love between Charlene Yee and Michael Cera, and that was way more interesting than the stories about love. Although I do think they could have maybe cut it together, added some different things. It was kind of unique. The thing I would suggest about this is see the special features in the interviews with the comedians, because those were hilarious. So I'd say see it, but it's definitely on the lower echelon of the other two that I saw. Let me know what you guys think about these movie reviews, and if you've seen any of them, let me know your thoughts on them, and take it easy.